Welcome to RPG PhD, where we dive deep into the art of storytelling and tabletop role-playing games. I'm Dr. Ben, your guide to crafting unforgettable adventures. Today we're exploring the rich tapestry of the 36 Dramatic Situations by George Pulte as a wellspring of inspiration for your RPG campaigns. The 36 Dramatic Situations was written in 1895 and is a comprehensive framework that categorizes every possible dramatic scenario that might occur in stories or performances. Developed through Pulte's analysis of classical Greek texts and contemporary works, this list serves as an invaluable tool for writers, playwrights, game designers, and now game masters, offering a rich source of inspiration for crafting compelling narratives and exploring the depths of human emotion and conflict. This will be part one of a multi-part series where we will explore all 36 dramatic situations to unlock the potential of these timeless scenarios to bring depth, drama, and intrigue to your gaming table. Imagine a scenario where your party, acting as fugitives, implores a powerful wizard for protection against a relentless enemy. This supplication situation thrusts players into a dynamic where they must persuade an authority figure of their cause, adding a layer of diplomatic strategy to your campaign. From seeking sanctuary to perform a forbidden ritual to begging for a final resting place in hallowed grounds, the possibilities for supplication inject your game with moral dilemmas and high-stakes decision-making. Picture your players negotiating for the return of a sacred relic, or pleading on behalf of their characters' loved ones, transforming your RPG sessions into rich narratives of desperation and hope. At its core, supplication involves a dynamic interplay between a persecutor, a suppliant, and an authority figure whose decision is uncertain. This situation sets the stage for high stakes and deep emotional engagement, offering a plethora of storytelling opportunities. Let's take a look at a few examples. Exiled nobles seeking restoration. Imagine a group of noble characters who have been unjustly exiled from their homeland. They must navigate the political landscape of a foreign court, imploring a powerful queen to support their cause and restore them to their rightful place. The queen, intrigued by their plight, but wary of the political implications, presents them with a series of trials to prove their worth and loyalty. A village's plea for protection. A small village plagued by a marauding dragon turns to a band of adventurers for help. The villagers, desperate and powerless, must convince the adventurers of their dire situation, perhaps offering what little they have in return for protection. The adventurers must then decide whether to help for meager rewards or negotiate for something more valuable, weighing their own interests against the villagers' plight. A criminal's bargain for freedom. A notorious thief captured by the city guard is the only one with knowledge about an impending disaster that could threaten the city. The thief offers to help thwart the danger in exchange for their freedom. The city's ruler then must decide whether to trust and release a known criminal for the greater good or find another way to prevent the catastrophe. A forbidden love. Two lovers, separated by a feud between their families or by societal norms, seek the aid of a powerful figure to bless their union. This figure, who holds the power to either sanction their love or condemn it further, faces their own dilemmas and prejudices, making the lovers' plea a test of both their own resolve and the authorities' capacity for compassion. The quest for a cure. In a land ravaged by a mysterious plague, the protagonists discover a possible cure, but it's guarded by a reclusive alchemist who has sworn off any contact with the outside world. The characters must supplicate themselves before the alchemist, overcoming his skepticism and resentment towards a society that once spurred his knowledge, to gain access to the cure and save their people. Each of these examples showcases the versatility of the supplication scenario, allowing for a variety of themes such as redemption, sacrifice, and the power dynamics between the weak and the powerful. By integrating these concepts into RPG campaigns, game masters can create complex moral dilemmas and deeply personal stakes for their players, enriching the gaming experience. Next, let's explore Deliverance. Picture a scenario where the party discovers an innocent condemned to death, only to stage a daring rescue. This situation offers a classic but compelling narrative arc, from a deposed king restored to his throne by his offspring to strangers repaying a debt of gratitude with a timely intervention. Deliverance creates opportunities for heroic acts and profound alliances, encouraging players to become the saviors within your story. It's not just about the action-packed rescue, it's about the relationships formed with those they save and the enemies they confront in the process. Deliverance offers a profound wellspring of narrative inspiration, focusing on the dynamics between an unfortunate, a threatener, and a rescuer. This situation encapsulates moments of salvation and liberation, providing rich soil for emotional and thrilling storytelling in tabletop role-playing games. Let's take a look at a few examples of deliverance. The liberation of a besieged city. Imagine a city under siege, its people starving and despairing, when a group of heroic adventurers orchestrates a daring plan to break the siege. The adventurers must navigate through enemy lines, negotiate with unlikely allies, and exploit the besiegers' weaknesses to save the city. The deliverance of the city could involve a dramatic last stand, a cunning subterfuge, or a display of unexpected power. Rescue from the tyrant's dungeon. A beloved character is wrongfully imprisoned by a tyrannical ruler, facing a grim fate. The party must plan and execute a daring rescue, contending with guards, traps, and the moral quandaries of their actions. The liberation might not just free the imprisoned, but also ignite a rebellion against the tyrant's rule, offering pathways to further adventures. Salvation from a cursed fate. In a world where a malignant curse threatens to consume a character's soul, the party embarks on a quest to find a cure. The deliverance comes in the form of an ancient ritual or a mythical artifact guarded by formidable protectors. The journey tests the party's resolve, bonds, and willingness to face the darkest corners of the world to save their friend. Freedom from slavery. Characters find themselves in a land where slavery thrives and they encounter a group of slaves yearning for freedom. The party can choose to lead a revolt, cunningly undermine the slaver's power, or negotiate freedom through diplomatic channels. The deliverance of these souls not only brings freedom, but also challenges the party's views on justice, mercy, and the value of life. Exorcising a malevolent spirit. A village or one of the characters is haunted by a malevolent spirit, bringing suffering and despair. The deliverance involves uncovering the spirit's origins, seeking out lost knowledge, and confronting the spirit in a climactic battle of wills. The liberation from this spectral threat restores peace, but leaves lingering questions about the afterlife and the nature of forgiveness. Each of these examples demonstrates the versatility of the deliverance scenario in creating campaigns filled with tension, hope, and the triumph of the human spirit. By navigating the complexities of liberation, characters can grow, alliances can be forged or broken, and the very fabric of the game world can be altered. The deliverance scenario serves as a powerful narrative tool for game masters looking to craft memorable and impactful stories. Crime pursued by vengeance brings a darker tone to the table. Imagine a campaign centered around avenging a wronged family member, where the players are either seeking justice for a heinous act or are themselves the targets of retribution. Whether it's avenging a dishonored child or the murder of a close friend, this dramatic situation delves into themes of loyalty, honor, and the cyclical nature of vengeance. It challenges players to consider the costs of their quest for retribution and the lines they're willing to cross. Incorporating this scenario can lead to a deeply emotional campaign filled with complex characters and moral quandaries. Crime Punished by Vengeance reveals a deeply compelling narrative force that can drive tabletop role-playing games with intense emotional and moral complexities. This scenario, revolving around an avenger seeking justice against a criminal, opens up a myriad of paths for storytelling that are ripe with conflict, redemption, and the exploration of justice. Here are a few examples. Vengeance of a Fallen Monarch. The players find themselves in the roles of royal retainers or family members of a beloved ruler who was deceitfully murdered. Their campaign becomes a quest for vengeance, leading them through courts filled with intrigue, onto bloody battlefields, and into the heart of enemy territories. Their pursuit of justice tests their honor, loyalty, and the lengths they are willing to go to avenge their fallen leader and restore order to their realm. The Hunt for a Serial Menace. A dark figure haunts the streets of a bustling metropolis, leaving a trail of unspeakable crimes. The players, whether they are hardened detectives, vengeful relatives of the victims, or concerned citizens, take it upon themselves to end the reign of terror. This scenario delves into the urban underbelly, challenging the players to gather clues, navigate the criminal underworld, and confront the perpetrator, all while grappling with the moral ambiguities of their quest for vengeance. Retribution against a betrayer. Within the party itself, a betrayal unfolds that leads to disaster or the death of a cherished ally. The campaign shifts focus as the players seek to uncover the truth behind the betrayal and exact vengeance upon the traitor. This pursuit can lead them across continents, force them to make uneasy alliances, and test the strength of their bonds. It's a narrative ripe with potential for personal growth, revelations, and the ultimate question of forgiveness versus retribution. The avenging spirit. After a character is wronged or murdered under mysterious circumstances, they return as a spectral entity, bound to the mortal world by their unquenched thirst for vengeance. The players must navigate the delicate balance between the living and the dead to assist in laying the spirit to rest. This involves solving the mystery of the crime, confronting supernatural threats, and delving into ancient rituals to grant the avenging spirit peace, or unleash its wrath upon the guilty. The family feud. A crime committed generations ago has sparked a blood feud between two powerful families, with the players caught in the crossfire. As they uncover the roots of the vendetta, they must decide whether to seek vengeance, thus perpetuating the cycle of violence, or find a path to reconciliation. This scenario explores themes of legacy, honor, and the price of long-standing hatred, offering a rich narrative backdrop for character development and dramatic confrontations. Each of these examples showcases the dynamic potential of the crime pursued by vengeance scenario to create gripping, emotionally charged campaigns that challenge players to consider the implications of their actions, the nature of justice, and the power of redemption. Through this dramatic situation, game masters can craft stories that leave lasting impressions on players, inviting them to engage deeply with the moral dilemmas and high stakes of their fictional world. In the heart-wrenching scenario of vengeance taken for kindred upon kindred, family bonds are put to the ultimate test. Imagine a campaign where a character seeks retribution against a family member responsible for another relative's downfall. Whether it's avenging a parent slain by the other or a sibling's death that tears a family apart, this situation delves into themes of loyalty, betrayal, and the moral quandaries of familial vengeance. It challenges players to navigate the treacherous waters of kinship and justice within your RPG's world, offering rich character development and dramatic storytelling. Vengeance taken for kindred upon kindred provides a fertile ground for deep, emotionally charged narratives in tabletop role-playing games. This scenario, focusing on the tragic complexity of familial betrayal and revenge, sets the stage for stories that are both intimately personal and epically dramatic. Here, the conflict is woven from the threads of blood ties, loyalty, and the dark paths of retribution. Let's take a look at a few examples of this dramatic situation. The Cursed Inheritance. A powerful family relic brings wealth and doom to its holders, leading to a brother's murder by another for its control. The players, as relatives or allies of the deceased, must navigate the treacherous family politics, uncover the truth, and decide whether to seek justice or vengeance. This scenario delves into themes of greed, the burdens of legacy, and whether blood ties can be enough to forgive the unforgivable. The betrayal of blood. The ruler of a kingdom is betrayed and secretly killed by a close relative, who then usurps the throne. The players, as the children or loyal followers of the slain ruler, embark on a quest to uncover evidence of the betrayal, rally support, and restore the rightful heir to the throne. This campaign tests the characters' resolve, their ability to inspire loyalty, and their wisdom in distinguishing allies from enemies disguised as friends. The Duel of Honor. A scandalous secret concerning the paternity of a sibling comes to light, leading to a duel of honor that ends in tragedy. The surviving kin, torn between the love for their family and the societal demand for retribution, must navigate the aftermath. The scenario explores the concept of honor versus familial love, offering players a poignant look into the consequences of societal pressures and the true meaning of family. The Witch's Curse. A family is torn asunder when one member, accused of witchcraft, curses their kin before being executed. As misfortunes befall the family, the players, as descendants, must confront the past, uncovering a web of lies and betrayal that lead to the accusation. Their journey for vengeance against those who orchestrated the downfall of their kin leads them into the realms of dark magic and moral ambiguity, challenging their values and the very fabric of their bond. The prodigal's revenge. After years of estrangement, a family member returns to claim their inheritance, only to find it squandered by those they trusted. The ensuing conflict over remnants and reparations spirals into a vendetta that threatens to destroy what's left of the family. Players must navigate the delicate balance between seeking justice for wrongs endured and the destructive nature of revenge, all while uncovering deeper family secrets that led to the initial estrangement. Each of these examples highlights the dramatic potential and emotional depth the vengeance taken for Kindred upon Kindred scenario offers to RPG campaigns. By exploring the nuances of familial loyalty, betrayal, and the quest for retribution, game masters can craft compelling narratives that challenge players to examine the complexities of their characters' motivations, desires, and the ultimate cost of vengeance. The first 4 of the 36 dramatic situations from Pulte's seminal work offer a wealth of inspiration for deep, meaningful RPG campaigns. They challenge us to consider not just the adventures we craft, but the emotional journeys we take our players on. As we continue this series, I encourage you to think about how these situations can breathe life into your stories and elevate your game nights to new heights. How have you used these dramatic situations in your campaigns? Please share your thoughts in the comment sections below. If you found this comment useful, please like, share, and subscribe. It is much appreciated. Join us next time where we will explore more dramatic situations that you can use in your tabletop RPGs. Thanks for watching. See you next time.